meeting. I'm not saying that,
I
I'm just,
disagree with it. Actually, I'm sorry, what can I tell you?
it's not me, I'm just putting it out there because.
But you are, it is you. Let's just be honest. I mean, that's what you're asking. It's because you want to know personally, right? So, I mean, why else would you be asking?
That's the wrong thing to know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just own up to it. It is you want to know. It's not.
No,
it is you.
I mean, I came up to post something for the public hearing for the budget committee for the Sunrise Lake Bridge.
Correct.
I got an email sent to me saying we couldn't have it because it wasn't public.
9 o'clock at friggin' night, people call on my house.
No, I'm just
saying.
saying.
You have a meeting because you didn't do this, you didn't do that.
So
I can just tell you that.
Yeah.
Not that I really give a goddamn.
No, that's what I'm saying. It is. You have every right to know that. But so it is you. You're saying it's not me.
Because I did, because you know, I came up and I posted the new meeting up here at the town hall, and that's when I noticed that you had a meeting at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Or whatever. So I saw that there, so I was like, oh, okay, but then I didn't see this meeting posted anywhere, so, and I didn't see, and I stopped up this one because I wanted to make sure that the public hearing was posted over there, because it's posted over here, because I don't want to get any, so, but I didn't see a meeting posted for here tonight, so I didn't think there was a meeting.
I was unaware that we had to post our normal meeting.
I was
Everything
too.
has to be posted in 2 places legally.
24 hours for a regular meeting, 7 days for a public.
This is our regular meeting.
This is a regular.
Yeah, it does.
This is our regular.
It really does.
Monthly
Town meeting?
This is our regular board of selectmen meeting.
But it's a board meeting, it has to be posted.
It is posted.
Where?
It's on the town website. I
But
mean,
that's one place.
Why wouldn't you want to post it? That's what I like.
Well,
but it's, so if that's the case, then none of our meetings have been posted right.
everybody.
So why are we complaining about town?
Well, the meeting ends.
Because it's been an issue.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, we know what the problem has been. Enough about what went wrong. What can we do so that the information gets out from this point on? And yes, I understand the regular meetings do not have to be posted. It's a standard Monday night meeting, except that there have been exceptions because not every Monday night meeting has been held, I understand. So whether it's posted or not posted, what is going to happen in the future needs to be made available for information to the town. So can we ask the selectmen to designate a person to put something on the Middleton, New Hampshire forum page? Or direct them to some kind of source of information? All I'm asking is that please, can we go forward from this point?
Kathleen, could you post it in 2 places which are not Facebook related?
Oh,
I can do Old Town Hall and here.
Perfect.
Every meeting?
no.
But you just told me that a regular meeting has to be posted in two. Hold on, let me finish. You just sat there, both of you guys just sat there saying that a regular meeting has to be posted in 2 places. Did you not?
Yes, it does.
So my question to Jim is, do you want me to post every meeting in 2 places now? Every meeting.
Yes.
Okay,
On
done.
Facebook.
And you can do it on one sheet like Laura did over at the town hall that says, at the municipal building, that says you're meeting this, which is on your calendar online. However, online right now, I think it still says the municipal building, it doesn't say the old town hall. And I'm not mean to be nitpicky, but there are people who will be nitpicky about it.
I don't think it has a place, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay, so then.
But just so you're aware of that, Laura only posted regular meetings on the town calendar, and that's it. She's never posted twice.
No, on the town calendar, but
But it's always been posted on paper too.
Not on there.
Yeah, it was the whole year. The whole year, I have a picture.
I do have that actually in the hallway.
Yeah,
I already have that. So there you go. I do have it in
But
2
that's
places.
not available right now, that's what I'm saying. That's why, and that's only I brought it up, and I think you guys are,
Better give it a minute.
How much do we spend for the
I
town?
don't think they want to hear.
How much does that
Honestly.
cost?
Way too much.
How much? Bulk,
I
huh?
don't know.
I don't have
I
any.
don't have the budget in front of me, Jim, but, so what happened is, we were under the impression
Yeah, I was there for the meeting, I'm just wondering, like,
This year, we're gonna pay that individual nothing,
2,000?
and
Yep.
this year, that individual getting nothing from us this year, because we're gonna move on and use that money to do the website correctly from now on. We have to figure out the cost. We did come up with a website, a web company that every town around us uses. That is who Kathleen contacted, and we're trying to get a cost and to see how it works, and see if it's gonna work for us.
And people can't come into the building right now, so it's
Yeah,
not like they
people
can
can't
easily
come-
show me.
So with the current environment in the world today, where our problems are really coming from, we can't do things normally right now.
Sure.
So everything is delayed, and we're doing our best to work through the obstacles we've had. And I understand,
I get it, but, you know, you can look at this however you want, but I can assure you that there are people, or at least person, that does not miss a trick. And like I said, it's
Oh, I-
nothing for the phone to ring at 9:30 on the day before they're supposed to have a meeting and go, oh, did you know that, you know, you didn't post that in 2 places? And then, of course, I get to put up with the attitude after that. So believe me, I know all about it, you know.
so there's two sides to everything, right, Jim? So to me, the individual who's calling the night before, who's supposed to be part of that meeting probably, and saying it's not legal because we didn't post it in 2 places, may have wanted to speak up 2 weeks prior to when they
Well,
were gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah, well,
That won't
maybe,
happen.
maybe it's just selective dementia or something, I don't know, but
But
yeah,
anyway,
I know what you're saying.
So am I placing, is the one on the calendar on the town website okay, and one over here in Old Town Hall?
Wherever's easiest for you, as long as we get posted in 2 places, not Facebook.
so Kathleen, I would recommend you're posting, right now, the only post we would need is, because we're canceling the meetings of May basically,
Yep,
I would post 2 locations, the June 1st meeting.
June 1st, okay, you got it.
If you choose where they are.
Well,
Well, I mean,
Easy
see,
for
I
you.
put one here, not just the
Yes,
one on
that's what I'm doing.
on the front door, that way people see
Or
what
the
they want.
sign, or the big sign.
Right.
no, I'll,
Okay, so
I got
that would meeting posted.
you got it.
These ladies
I'm
take
trying
hands
to be
up for 20
respectful by
minutes.
putting my hand up to be
I
recognized.
had mine up for 20 minutes and.
Hey, let her talk, it's her turn now.
Is the town website functioning at all?
Haven't got a clue, no
Yeah.
idea, guy.
Yes, it is.
Parts of it is.
Yes.
Okay. Second thing, what I'm hearing from a lot of citizens who live down by the lake and other parts of the town is they don't come up to the town office, first of all, because they can't go in anyway, and they don't go by the big white sign, so they're not seeing the postings, and if they work different hours, you don't want to use Facebook, so what kind of electronic notice can you put out for people to know about the bulk pickup permissible items?
Does it have to be electronic? No. It says
How
posted.
are you going to do it? I'm asking.
I don't know yet.
So, 2-part question, I guess. One would be, I have to kind of vent for a second because of so I have been up at the town hall for the last 7 weeks doing what we can for everyone because this is new for everyone. Nobody, whether you work for the town, you don't work for the town, none of us have ever been in this circumstance where we are all personally, professionally, just kind of thrown by the wayside. I can attest to the fact that everyone over at the town hall, myself included, you guys have done what we can to inform people the best we can. I had to try to find the best way possible to inform people about the fact that dog registrations were not going to be extended. I have posted every week on Facebook because there is no other than literally sitting down and mailing things, which right now is not going to work because you're still going to get everything late. You know what I mean? There's no way to put out posts everywhere because we don't have signs in every side of town. You know what I mean? So I live on the other side of town, and so I mean, I get it. I understand that people that live on one side of the lake don't get to see this sign, because if I didn't work up here, I wouldn't look at the sign either. But right now, I understand tensions are high, but this pointing fingers of this one didn't do this, we're all doing the best we can to try to accommodate everyone. I have personally sent put my personal cell phone number on Facebook for people to call me, and my cell phone number is hanging on the town hall, for information if somebody has it. So I mean, that being said, because I understand everyone's personal complaints, but I also have to kind of let everybody know from the side that they're not seeing because they aren't able to go into the town hall, which I get is very frustrating. We're kind of going crazy trying to shuffle around and get people the things that they need. And it's a lot of tension. It's a lot of added stress because there are still things that need to be done in a certain procedure, in a certain manner that we have to follow through with also. Secondly, as far as the meetings are concerned, with there being the 10-person limit, and I understand we've now extended it to June 1st. We may or may not know whether this is gonna continue longer than that. What are we gonna do as far as publicizing meetings and because we've got the orders of 10 people or less. So even though it has to be a public meeting, how do we cover ourselves in that fashion without being swarmed with 30 people because they can't get to the town hall or they can't find out information because the website's not working and that.
So, on the meeting aspect, I'll address that. We have no other options right now. We are trying to get a new phone system in and we can't because of the current situation.
Right.
In order for us, the state said we could do basically a conference call if we wanted to for meetings, but that still requires us to meet, which would mean we still have to meet in this building to give us the space we need to meet. Mm-hmm. We have no phone service in this building to do a conference call. And trust me, cell phones don't work in here.
I'm aware.
So, the town physically doesn't have the technology to do a conference call for the town.
Right.
So we're stuck having to still hold a public meeting. We don't have any choices. And to follow all the other governing guidelines, this is what we end up with.
But I guess my question would be, is there going to be a requirement of face masks and such, so in case there are, which, not to be mean, but there usually aren't a lot of people who
I'm not going to put a requirement on people.
Okay.
I don't think you can.
I agree with that, it's a personal choice.
Right, well I'm just trying to clarify so that way if anybody watches then.
Personal choice.
And it is recording.
I would like to say that Janelle has been absolutely phenomenally,
Oh my gosh, she's awesome.
exceptionally good about disseminating information as much as she could. And I don't think it's fair for her to have to answer a phone call every time somebody has a question. She's got other things to do than just keep answering phones, and pardon my judgmental tone, but sometimes some rather stupid questions that have been answered and answered over and over again in other sources, and she keeps getting the same questions thrown at her. She's got better things to do than that.
She's always going to have those questions, even if you put a list out. Trust me.
Yeah.
I get them on a daily basis.
There's no getting around that, unfortunately.
I don't know how you do it, I really don't. Thank you.
Teresa,
Yes.
you mentioned the date of June 1st. What's June 1st? Oh, the meeting.
Your meeting.
Our next meeting.
Okay. Nothing has come out from Sununu about
Oh.
any
No,
kind
I
of...
think you were just referring to the fact our next meeting.
Okay.
I was just trying to help maybe, just because we were on the subject, maybe weed something out was all.
Will you be posting the agendas? I know there's one more thing.
No, it's-
Why would we post the attendance?
Agenda.
Yes, I would like the agenda.
I only ask because in this climate, if it continues till July, if I would be more than happy to tell everybody, come down to the bulletin board and you can read about the dogs. Because personally, I do not like it when people tag Teresa or Janelle or Kathy. I think it's extremely rude. Those are their personal Facebook pages. But we do have a town Facebook page. And if it's not going to be utilized, I suggest that we delete it. And so, you know, just because we don't have the website. And that is my thing, there is no information without the website.
It's gonna take some time. That's what I found in the past year or 3 months. Everything takes longer than.
I can definitely, if people get on the agenda before, like, I think you want people, if you're gonna want to talk at the meeting or have a issue, you have to get on the agenda for Wednesday, by Wednesday? By Wednesday. So I should have the agenda all done by,
Just to be in one spot.
no, that's,
And I'm sorry if they live across town, I don't
I'm
care,
sorry.
drive, yep, drive.
I can do that, it's not a big deal, well, it's posted in there, but
Facebook,
I know it's available.
I know, didn't think about that.
Wasn't available.
Yes, but not as an official.
No, not an official, but right now,
Of this.
right, but I mean, it's just, is it information only, not as a, because we can't do anything on the Middleton.gov one, I think just, you know, like the meeting or the agenda or something, you know what I mean, because we don't have that availability right now.
I'm okay with that, but
I'm
it's
just
up to
saying.
them.
Go ahead.
But-
I just wanted to respond to you, like as far as people tagging us or whatever. That's kind of been something that I've
Oh, I know.
welcomed,
I
just
read
be-
it all, but anyways.
just only because I'm trying to make it, because right now I've got 219 dogs that still are not registered, and Thursday is the deadline. So I'm trying my
I
best
don't
to
welcome
get, and what I've tried to reiterate to people is, I appreciate the fact that we are once again in a uncharted territory, but the tags have been at the town hall since January, because I have personally chosen what they were going to be, along with Janelle, like in October. It's just like Christmas, April 30th comes the same time every year. People are using the excuse of vets aren't open. They are. I personally called within an hour to every vet, and they're all doing curbside service. For 7 weeks we've been doing this, and it's just, regardless of what's going on, we're gonna have this constant battle. So we've just done the best we could. And you're right, Roxanne, I mean, I've tried to put everything on the Facebook page only because of the fact that we don't have the official website going, and that's the best we can do right now. But I personally would rather not use it later on down the road when the website's going. I would like people to stop using Facebook as a source of information.
I agree.
I appreciate you using your own personal Facebook, but I don't agree that it should be used for official business.
Well, no, I'm not.
If you do it, that's your choice.
I'm using the Middleton Facebook page
Yeah.
under my name, not, what's
That's
that?
what I've been hearing, the official Middleton Facebook page.
Because there is one that's run by administrators, by certain,
I'd say let's just push to try to get a web page up, an official,
oh, absolutely.
professional web page. If we gotta pay, we gotta pay. Well, I think what happened before is somebody's friend could do this, and that never works. Never ever works. Just pay a professional, it's gonna be secure, it's gonna be a .gov person that does it, not that they go over the head.
I think it's a critical thing myself.
I do too.
Give it a certain
It ends
sense where-
everything.
Transparency is everything.
Yeah, but it ends everything, it ends the posting, posted at municipal building, posted on an official page. For everybody, budget committee, whoever else has to post, it just makes sense. I find Facebook very
Absolutely.
unprofessional. Does it work in some things? Sure. Very unprofessional.
We probably should have 2 set locations to post it,
Mm-hmm.
post everything, you know, a little plexiglass thing or something.
There it is, right up there.
Right out there.
Yeah, well, there's one over there, well, there's a
Well, typically
Board
when we
over
post
there.
inside, you can go in the
We'll post it
building.
outside.
you can go in.
pretty simple.
Post it outside. It just seems like just keep it simple, and if I'm sorry if somebody from the lake doesn't drive by this way, I can't.
I'm thinking the FBI's gonna show up at my house or something.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
Jim, if they were really curious, I mean, you're not gonna get us, we come to you and tell you verbally. If they were really curious, they would drive down and look at it, that's my standpoint.
I can't fix everything.
Right.
I'm not gonna try either, basically.
There's always gonna be somebody who
Always.
says that something doesn't work for them personally, that,
Or that it's
Just-
being done secretive, that, I mean, that's
exactly,
practically out there right now.
right.
Everybody's tempers get a little touchy, but I do appreciate what you ladies do. I know how much you do. I'm at the office more than a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Sometimes do I not show it? Maybe, but I do appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
And I'm gonna,
My questions regarding, my questions from the last meeting we had. I believe it was, why do we still have a part-time guy? And what was the deal with the overtime?
I told you last month that we were looking into it. There's a lot of personnel policy things that have to be looked at quickly. But quickly, again, is subjective. It's tough to do anything fast. We are looking at personnel policies just because, and it's personnel issues, so I can only say so much. A lot has been brought up and a lot has been.
So you still don't know whether we should have a part-time guy that was hired?
The seasonal guys are gone.
The seasonal guys were gone.
Well, are we gonna have one next year? That was
I
my,
don't have a crystal ball, Jim.
I-
I don't.
Jim, I can't predict what we're gonna do in October.
we hired the guy because the road agent had accumulated a bunch of hours. That was what was said at the town meeting and voted on. Now, maybe I'm screwed up here, but I was under the assumption that once we spent all that money and cleared the books of those hours, then we shouldn't, because I want to say it was around $25,000, $30,000. You're saying we spent $2,000 on a website that don't work, and we're not even concerned about $25,000 pay a guy that was here all winter that we didn't even need, that's telling people he's the loader operator in the town of Middleton.
So, we are concerned, Jim.
I don't think you are too concerned, or it doesn't appear to me, when it's been, how long's it been now, 6 weeks?
A month.
A month, and we still don't know whether we should have that guy.
For next year? No. How are we gonna know that till next
He
year?
doesn't have any hours on the books, you told me that at the last meeting. So if he was hired to take care of the hours, then it's pretty simple math to me. Yes?
What do you want me to answer? How do you want me to answer this?
Jim,
Well, I know, I can tell you how I want you to answer it, but
Jim, it's not as simple as it seems. I can tell you that. It is.
explain to me why that is then, Joe.
So first off, Jim, I have to find the meetings you're talking about because I'm not positive that's exactly why he was hired. So I have to go find the town meeting minutes that he was hired in to verify what you're saying. Because
You have no documentation of why that money was spent. What the
why
cause-
we hired the seasonal employee.
Right.
I have no documentation in my hand on why we hired the seasonal employee.
That's incredible.
Because when did that happen? 5 years ago?
I'm not really sure.
So I need to find a 5-year-old document that tells me that. That's what has to happen on the reason we hired that employee. It's not
Don't you
something-
guys ask yourself, like, what the hell is this guy doing? What are we paying him to do? Make coffee and load trucks?
So, we have a department head that runs that department. We pay that department head to run the department. When we start questioning what's going on, we now have to investigate the whole thing.
Well, right, that's Jim's job, not a guy that actually ran a construction company. You put a carpenter in charge of that. Well, you didn't, John did, at the last meeting.
So, we're going to research. We're in the process of researching all our personnel policies and trying to go.
Okay, what about the overtime?
The overtime is being looked into incredibly hard right now onto why we're at where we're at.
Well, the question I have, I mean, I hope so, because if we're out of overtime money on this winter, That's pretty incredible. But my question was there a guy that we hired a second guy to work part-time? Was he getting overtime at the same time the part-time guy was, and why? Maybe you missed that one, because I did.
No, I'm trying to formulate a response for you there, because I don't have all the answers right now. So, yes, you asked 4 weeks ago some of these questions, and in that time frame, we have been doing a lot of research, and we don't have all the answers yet. I'm gonna say that. Because we can't, when you're starting to talk personnel issues, it's a very difficult
I'm all about the
road.
money. I don't care about the personnel issues.
Jim,
This is,
Jim.
I think we can agree that this is a lot of money we're talking about.
It is, Jim, but the problem is the money's tied to personnel issues. When you start talking money, it's
And I
tied to-
agree that is your job and not really pertinent to my cause, to be honest, but again, we don't want to micromanage anybody. I am a little concerned about that.
I- Understood.
When you say personnel policy, this is just a general question, who sets personnel policy?
Personnel policy is set by employees.
Are you kidding me?
So there's a lot more, and for by selectmen, there's a lot more to it than just finger
It's a
pointing.
committee.
No. And I'm just asking because I work for a company that the employees do not set personnel policy because if an employee says, I'm gonna say, I want this, this, and this, and I would think that there would be some oversight.
There is oversight to the policy. It is
Okay.
It is set by a committee of personnel and the selectmen.
Okay, and that's, okay, because
It's
the
more,
way
I
it
would-
was presented before is it was all employees that were setting the personnel policy. And as a taxpayer, that really kind of concerns
It's
me.
scary.
Because then you're saying all your employees are running the town, not the selectmen.
Yeah, and,
Kind of the way it looks, ain't it?
See,
That's kind of the way it looks, ain't it? Or the way it was being done.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Those are the things we're looking at hard because
okay.
I'm amazed too.
Well,
I can tell you,
I
I'm
love-
not saying anything I shouldn't. I'm amazed too. At how things work.
Good enough.
Believe me, your last month wasn't just blown away. I can't say a lot about it. It's opened a few eyes. But, yes, that's really all I'm gonna say.
So, one last question, with
I'm so glad
the
this man's
COVID-19
going.
in the town, has it affected anything other than closing the municipal building to people being able to come in? Like, the police still, everything is still, this police is still functioning in their capacity, the highway crew is, town offices, other than you can't walk into there and see Kathleen or whatever. As far as that's all functioning the same.
Yes.
Okay, because I just know that one of the things we need to keep track of, as mentioned at the last meeting, is wherever there was some issues that we could get money back from FEMA if we were losing money somehow, so I just was curious how that was.
All the departments have been here? I have heard different.
No.
There was a department that took 2 weeks off.
Yes, it
but- okay.
was.
So, could you elaborate, please?
The highway department took 2 weeks off.
And they were paid?
I did have a question about that, which I was gonna bring up at the meeting. There was a storm one of those nights, and plowing happened or sand, just that one night. Would that have been overtime?
Nope.
Okay, that's what my,
Yeah, no.
100% no.
And so I guess the question is what was determined as to why we gave the 2-week furlough? Well, it's not furlough because they got paid. And they didn't have to use any of their vacation time. That's mighty nice of us.
Very nice. Believe me, that one came hard.
Really? Hey, it's gonna be coming hard.
Well, we'll lay them off when they get the $600 bonus money anyway, so. Just saying.
So I think if the
Well,
opportunity presents itself, definitely should
I have
get
a
two
question.
weeks off.
Isn't there some stipulation that if, I think if you were working somewhere and you felt like, you may, you know, if you're concerned about getting the virus or whatever, you could request and you would have to give them
Correct.
the time off. So,
And
I
that's,
don't know if that's what the case was, but I know like my son at Pratt with me, they told them, look, you know, you can work, but if you don't feel comfortable working, you can go, and Pratt would have paid him 14 days to go out after that, you're on your own or whatever. But, so just, I don't know if
That's-
that's.
So just jump on that bandwagon.
After 14 days, you're on your own.
Okay, so,
So during that 2 weeks, there was absolutely no overtime paid. They had a storm, it's expected to come in. Believe me, that wasn't an easy thing. When you're over a barrel, you're over.
Especially when you're over on, when you go for paid overtime already this year. So, okay, so I guess the question is, during that 2 weeks' time, did we pay the part-time seasonal people
Now
back?
they're gone.
Okay, I'm just
They're gone
asking a question. I'm
Thursday,
just
Friday.
so we actually let go one of them early based on that.
Why? We should just say it. Because he was probably the least senior in the party.
hey, if it makes you guys happy, I don't get to set personnel policy, and I own my business, she sets it all, so.
That was actually a pretty good one.
So, you know, at least I'm not just complaining and complaining, all right?
All right. Ready to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh.
That just made me,
I gotta get to work for my.
you're running late? Oh,
Jim, the question is she a good boss?
you better answer that question.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real question. I understand